North CFR, we have Romeo.
There's a 47 Whiskey Denver, ground runway 35, taxi via Charlie Bravo.
Runway 35, taxi Charlie Bravo, roger, 47 Whiskey.
Have you flown in a small plane before?
Well, I've been with Danielle. I've never flown on a tri one.
He came with me on an intro flight back
Last year, this
last
time,
year.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was out of Danbury, not Danbury, it was out of Westchester though.
Okay.
Dan, what do you usually do on a type of intro flight like this?
We normally go up, fly around the lake, basically flying to the lake and then turn around, come back as we're going over different basic principles of flying.
Runway 35, cleared for takeoff.
From straight and level to turns, climbs, descents, and after that's pretty much done. By the time you get back to the airport, it's already been a half an hour.
Cool.
Just past the Bravo 2 Delta 2 stub line.
It's actually kind of nice. My first time I get to actually just sit back and enjoy the ride.
You get to catch all my flaws on tape.
There's no flaws.
Okay, so we got to do a run up just to check to make sure that the engine is running properly. Okay, engine instruments, oil time still coming up, oil pressure's good. Meter is good, vacuum is good. Carb heat, light reduction, carb heat off. Carb heat on, engine still runs, carb heat off, throttle back up to 1. Check, 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 check. Okay. Okay, round up check complete before takeoff check. Altimeter set, attitude, heading indicator corresponds with the MAC compass.
Danbury ground, good morning. Cup 378 Charlie, Danbury Aviation taxi with Romeo for northeastbound.
Cup 378 Charlie, Danbury ground, good morning. Runway 35, taxi via Delta cross 26.
35 via Delta cross 26, 370 Charlie.
Hey Charlie, you said northeast?
Affirmative, Charlie.
Okay. Let's go fly. Have any rags back here? Good.
Yeah, that's what I was checking. If I had a rag, at least we could see where we're going, right?
Yeah. Who cares? We don't care what's in front of us. We just care what's behind us. Just kidding. Okay.
What happened? These things don't have defrost?
Not really. Kinda, but they're not really. They're kind of passive defrost. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get onto the runway. Where's that clipboard? So I know where it is.
This one?
Yeah. Just want to check something real quick. Okay, so we're going to get onto the runway. You're going to put your hands
Tower, runway 35, clear for takeoff, northbound departure approved. Watch for numerous skis right side, just past the intersection of Bravo 2.
We're not going to put any excessive pressure on the yoke. I'm going to do the takeoff, but you're just going to shadow me on the controls.
So this button connects you with the tower?
Yes, or ground control, depending upon which frequency you have activated. Okay. Denver Tower, 727 Victor is ready to go on 35.
Cessna 1727 Victor, Danbury Tower, hold short, runway 35, departing traffic, say direction of flight.
Holding short and northeast. Okay, so landing lights, taxi lights, strobe lights, mixture rich, transponder.
Oh, look at that plane. That's a cool plane, huh?
That's a Bonanza Beechcraft.
It looks like a woman.
Could be.
That's a plane somebody would own to go from here to there, huh?
Yeah, that's like the
455 Hotel
Cadillac of
Danbury, run
airplanes.
heavy, weak, and readable. Runway 35,
Not cheap to
Pasadena,
own.
Romeo Alpha Bravo, cross 26.
well over $100,000 for that one, probably a couple $100,000. Probably has
Cessna 1727 Victor, runway 35, clear for takeoff. Watch for geese in the grass right side, last 1,000 feet, northeast departure approved.
clear for takeoff. We'll watch out for the birds. 27 Victor.
What did she say? Watch out for geese?
Yeah, there's birds and stuff around the field, so we got to just make sure that they're on the last 1,000 feet of the runway on the right-hand side. So we're going to try and take off before.
All right, so I could hold this?
Yep.
Tower, this is light sport 1200 Foxtrot, holding short of 35. Requesting permission for a straight out departure.
Light Sport 120 Sierra Foxtrot, traffic on the go is a Cessna northeastbound, runway 35, cleared for takeoff. Use caution for geese in the grass, right side departure in.
Clear for takeoff, 00 Foxtrot.
A little bit bumpy today.
Oh, so it just goes back to neutral all by itself.
Well, yeah,
Because
if you have it set correctly, yes, you want to make it so there's no excessive pressures. The plane can fly itself better than we can. We're just here to point it in the direction we want it to go. So I like to fly it with just a couple of fingers. I do not like to have to manhandle the airplane, you know. Let it do the work. You don't need to do the work. It's a little windy today, so that's why it's going to be turbulent.
Danbury Tower, Cup 378 Charlie, short 35.
Cup 378 Charlie, Danbury Tower, traffic on the go is a Light Sport straight out, runway 35, cleared for takeoff. Watch for geese in the grass, last 500 feet.
Okay.
Okay, we'll keep the
Clear right.
takeoff 35, 378.
So as opposed to flying in an airplane, or in a car, driving in a car, when you want to turn in a car, you have to keep the wheel turned. Okay, that's not the same thing with an airplane. If you keep the wheel turned in an airplane, the thing will just roll over until it's upside down and then go right side up and then upside down and then right side up.
It just keeps rolling.
So what you want to do is you get to your desired bank angle and then you neutralize the yoke. And then it'll stay at that bank angle until you decide that you want to stop turning and then you go in the opposite direction. I'll demonstrate it for you in a second here. I just want to get a little bit more altitude between us and the ground.
Cup 8 Charlie, looks like the Light Sport's heading northeast also.
Roger, I got him inside 8 Charlie.
So for a long distance flight, if you want to go over there, you just let it go.
Well, you don't let it go. I mean, you need to be able to maintain its direction. I mean,
Right.
nobody can actually fly a straight line. Technically, it's a series of little oscillations back and forth
Because the
over a
wind,
course
everything
line.
is affecting it.
Yeah, yeah. So, you're just doing very, very minor corrections that normally you really can't see, and then you're also going to use your rudder pedals to try and keep the plane going straight. So. Get up to 3,000 feet, and then we'll level off, and then I'll show you a couple things.
Attention all aircraft, New Danbury, altimeter 3028, 3028.
Okay. Okay, so if you wanted to turn, like I was explaining to you before, you're going to clear the direction, and then you're going to turn, okay? And then you neutralize. And it stays at that bank angle until you want to roll out. Then you go in the opposite direction. And then neutralize. Okay, turn, neutralize, turn, neutralize. That's all it is. Very simple. Your controls. Go ahead and give it a try. Give me 1 second, hold on.
Closed the whole way?
No, it's not closed at all. It's actually open. See?
Oh, you didn't slam it on the other?
Yeah, I slammed it.
Here, roll back. Roll back. Push your feet. Push it back. We need to get the door closed.
Pull that handle up now. Oh.
Okay, push it down.
Oh, hold on. Open the door.
Okay.
Slam it. There you go.
Better. Okay, bring your seat up.
These things need to be tied down. Freaking seatbelts.
Well, technically, they're supposed to be up here.
Oh, is that what those are for?
Yes, that's what those are for.
Put them up there later.
Okay, your controls. Okay, so go ahead and give me some shallow turns. Just try it out a little bit. And all the time you want to be looking out for traffic as well. You don't want to trust them to see you first. You want to see them first so you can avoid a collision. And there's an airplane up there, so.
So you're going to want to turn a little bit.
Well, he's going in that direction, so we're not really going to be hitting him, but just keep an eye on him just in case he turns in our direction. What do you do for a living?
Contractor. So a lot of it too is on your pedals too with the rudder.
Well, you can't. I mean, it's a combination. See, the ailerons, they control the control surface on the wings, so that actually controls the plane to roll along its center axis. Okay, the rudder pedals controls the yaw around the center axis, so you can actually. You see that?
Oh, you're yawing, but you're not really.
You're not turning, so it's a combination of the roll and the yaw that actually makes it turn the airplane. See, the rudder pedals are actually designed to try and make the tail follow the nose's path. Okay, so you could turn the plane and skid or slip around it. So the point where the tail is coming around the outside of it, which you don't want. And you could also make it so that the tail is going around the inside of the turn, which you don't want. You want the tail to follow the nose's identical path. And the way you do that is by pushing down on the rudder pedals, and you see this inclinometer ball? You keep that in the center. So if the ball is on the right-hand side, you're going to push with your right foot to push it back in the center. Okay? You keep it in the center no matter what the plane is doing. If you're turning a little bit to the right, you want to push a little bit on the right rudder pedal. If you're turning to the left, you want to push a little bit with the left rudder pedal. Not much, but the steeper the bank angle, the more you're going to have to push the pedal down. Okay, so go ahead and give it a try.
3 Tower, Archer 455 Hotel is on 35, ready to take off.
Now, all the while, you don't want to fixate on that gauge. Most of your flying should be out here,
35 cleared for takeoff.
looking for traffic.
Departure free. Watch for geese in the grass, right side, departure end.
Cleared for takeoff, 455 Hotel.
I feel like that's sometimes a balance you have to get used to.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, you don't realize how much it banks, huh?
Okay, give me a turn to that direction right over there. Just 90 degrees to the right.
This Candlewood over here?
This is all Candlewood right here, yeah.
Really all slight movements.
Very slight, very slight. The key is to try and make it as smooth as possible for your passengers so they don't feel too much of an abrupt movement in the airplane.
They feel it more than you do.
Well, they're not in control of the airplane, so they're going to be more susceptible to it. So you just want to make it nice and shallow for the person. So if you want to turn, you just make it nothing aggressive, and then you just, okay, just like that. And then when you roll out, you just, that's all it is to it.
If you pull this up and down, you will be going up and down?
Yeah, yeah. You want to make the houses bigger? Push forward. You want to make the houses smaller? Pull back.
Oh, I see it climbing right away.
Yep.
Also, before I felt like it was going down a little bit. I must have been pushing down a little bit.
When you were turning, you mean?
Yeah.
No, you weren't pushing down. See, that goes into other physics. It takes a certain amount of vertical lift to keep a plane in the air, okay? But when you're turning, how you create a turn is creating horizontal lift in this direction to make a plane turn. So when you start the turn, if you don't do anything with the yoke, you're taking away vertical lift and putting it into horizontal. So the plane will start to descend naturally, even if you don't push the yoke down. See how it's going down now? So during a turn, you naturally have to pull back on the yoke to replace that lost lift to keep the plane in the air.
That makes sense.
And then when you roll out, you need to remember to release that pressure so you don't climb afterwards.
To keep it all at the same altitude.
Absolutely.
So we're now at what, almost 4,000?
4,000 feet.
Because you actually see, if I go down, you can feel it going down.
Oh, absolutely. So the thing that you want to remember in the very beginning is you want to find straight and level. The picture for straight and level, which is right here. Okay. This is your predetermined picture. You want to burn this image into your head, so you know it's about 3 or 4 fingers below the horizon is what straight and level looks like to you. Okay. So if you're doing anything else, turning, climbing, or anything like that, you automatically go to your predetermined picture when you want to go to straight and level. So let's try it out. So you don't look at the gauges, and let's say you're climbing and turning. Now go to straight and level. You roll it out, look outside.
Ground, good morning, runway 35, taxi via Delta.
That's why
that should be straight and level.
That's why that horizon is very important.
Absolutely.
At nighttime, you lose that, you lost it.
Look, straight and level. Extremely important.
That's why you can't fly. You can't do this at nighttime if you're not rated.
No, you can fly at night without instruments, without an instrument rating. Absolutely. It just takes a little bit more finesse and tenacity. I mean.
But you can still see the horizon at nighttime?
Not always.
No.
No. But when you're flying at night, you have a little bit more experience under your belt. You're not going to do flying at night right in the very beginning. It would be stupid and foolish.
Right.
Okay, so let's start heading back. Give me a turn to the left.
What an amazing view.
Is this the dam on the, is this the dam for Candlewood?
Well, it's not the dam. It's just the end of it.
Oh, the end of it?
Yeah. If you, where is it?
Where's the windmill? It's probably down there.
Okay, you see that right there? That's the water pipe that actually feeds the Housatonic, from the Housatonic to the Candlewood Lake.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh wow, it wraps right around.
What's that?
It just wraps right around.
Yeah. Okay, so
I think that's Ryan, where Ryan Lewis lives, right there.
where?
There's a windmill right there.
I can't see it from here.
There's that island, but where that cove is.
Okay.
We did quite a bit of work in that area.
5. Notices and advisories. Carmel VOR has numerous unusable radios. Aircraft requesting localizer 8 approach must be GPS equipped. Contact flight service station or check NOTAMs for details. Use caution for heavy bird activity around the airfield. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Romeo.
Denver Tower, Cessna 1727 Victor is about 10 miles to the northeast, inbound with Romeo.
Cessna 1727 Victor, Danbury Tower, report right midfield, downwind runway 35, new altimeter 3028.
Report right downwind for 35, have the new altimeter, 27 Victor. Okay, so approach checklist. Good. So we're doing about 130 knots right now. 125. Doesn't feel like it though.
No, not when you're up here, huh?
This world becomes a very small place up here. I mean, you got, if you look close enough, you can see New York City down there. You got Long Island on the other side of the sound right there, you can see. You see that water cove right down there on the shore? That's New Haven. That right there is Bridgeport. That right there is Norwalk.
Oh, where you see that city?
That's actually Stanford. Norwalk is right here.
Yeah, is that a light post?
That's a light tower over on Long Island, yes.
It does become really small.
It does. On a clear day, I mean, you can see the skyline right now. On a clear day, you can actually see the Freedom Tower from here.
Wow.
It's incredible.
It seems like we're, what, 60, 70 miles north of the city?
About that, yeah.
And you could see that distance.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually pretty nice getting to sit back and like
enjoy it.
Just like soak it in.
This is the Danbury Federal Prison right here. Leona Helmsley apparently spent some time there. It's going to start getting a little bumpy as we get lower down in altitude.
Attention aircraft, Danbury 8 is information, Sierra now available, altimeter 3028, the wind 35011, gust 17.
Well, as the sun heats up the Earth starts radiating heat, and which creates turbulence and wind. So, the closer we are to the Earth, the more subject we are to those turbulence.
The trickiest part is to land though.
Yeah, anybody can fly an airplane or take off. It's the landing that kills everybody. Usually it's the landing that happens off field. Yeah, we're doing 150 right now. We gotta get that speed down before we get into the turbulence. Okay, I'll take it from here. Denver Tower 27 Victor's on right, downwind for 35.
Cessna 27 Victor, runway 35, clear to land, wind 35011, gust 17.
clear to land, 27 Victor. It's gusting already at 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning.
What was it gusting to?
17. Yippee-ki-yo.
Gotta hold on, huh?
Yep. Liable to get really bumpy in that valley too when we're on final approach, so just keep that in mind.
You remember that runway that Peter was talking about between the two in the valley? This one's it.
Even on a calm day, the winds can get turbulent inside this valley. So, keep that in mind.
But yeah. Oh yeah, you got these two mountains over here.
Yeah, it's
sides.
an offset approach, so you come through the valley and you're offset from the runway. At the very last second, you got to straighten out.
Danbury Tower, Cap 606, ready for VFR departure eastbound.
Cap 606, Danbury Tower, hold short, runway 35, landing traffic.
Hold short 35, Cap 606.
Yippee-ki-yo. How was that, boss?
Pretty nice. This is actually nice. How do I apply it to be just a passenger?
Cap 606, runway 35, clear for takeoff, right turn out eastbound approach.
Clear for takeoff, right turn.
Ground 27 Victor's off the active at Alpha, request taxi back to executive.
Cessna 27 Victor, Danbury ground, executive taxi via Alpha, cross runway 26, Alpha 2, good day.
Alpha 2 cross 26, 27 Victor. Not too shabby, considering.
It's been a while since I've been up on a bumpy day like today.
It's hard to keep it completely straight when you're going fast?
It's just practice, that's all, with anything. It'll probably be hard for me to do your job because I have no experience, but...
Oh, you also drive this thing like it's a sports car from compared to what I'm used to. I'm like a snail.
Yeah. But you also see how fine-tuned I have the controls.
Yeah, you can feel the difference.